So now I'm going to meet the Panama ambassador to the Philippines, Rolando Guevara Alvarado. Come on. Oh, here we are. Well, we're gonna go inside and try some good food. The ambassador brings me to Discovery Primea's 1824 cigar and whiskey bar, where Filipino chef and Latin American cuisine expert Luis Chiquiamco welcomes us with fresh ceviche, appropriate in light of water's importance to Panama.
It's like raw fish marinated in lemon juice.
Kinalao is similar. Have you had it already?
Yes, indeed. After you are in a meeting or a party at 3 o'clock in the morning, people want just to go something before going to bed. They stop at any place and ask for ceviche. Foreigners love it when they go to Panama.
Well, since you mentioned it, tourism, how, I guess, popular is it as a tourist destination?
More of the visitors that we have are due to the shipping. Panama is the #1 country in the world of vessels registered under Panamanian flag for many years. And Filipinos are the largest seafarers and best in the world. So that's without the connection. The 60% of the task force of Filipino seafarers work under Panamanian flag bases around the world.
Wow.
In order for any seafarer to work on a Panamanian vessel, they need to have what we call a seaman's book, like it's a passport. And that's what we process here in Manila. Here we receive daily no less than 100, 150, sometimes 200 applications a day.
A day?
A day for Filipino seafarers who wish to work on Panamanian registered vessels around the world. Countries of nature, maritime nature. Panama, due to the strategically, geographically between both oceans and the center of the North and South America. And Philippines also have composed of 7,100 islands. Panama Canal is the backbone of our economy. Last year, by June of last year, we inaugurated the expansion of the Panama Canal.
As part of your business as well, you promote the relationship with educational institutions.
Of course, there are certain numbers of even Panamanian seafarers that are being trained here by international training centers here in the Philippines.
Then a dish that looks like Spanish croquettes, but instead of potato, the Panamanian version uses cassava.
It is like yuca or cassava. This is being mashed. It's made of beef, but you can make it with chicken or some other pork.
It's actually quite smooth.
Yeah.
We were talking about the seafarers. What about the Filipinos that are actually living and working in Panama?
Not a big number, but every time there are more Filipinos now living in Panama, working as caregivers, some domestic helpers. We have been deploying, I think more than about 1,000 Filipinos now to Panama to work on the mining, because mining industry is flourishing in Panama.
And what about here? How many Panamanians actually live here?
Very few. I can tell you, I can give you a number. I can give you the number. No more than 30 Panamanians, I guess.
That's it.
Counting me. But they are mostly spread out in the whole Philippines. Sometimes some of them live here, sometimes live in Davao and Visayas. In Davao, they're working on the banana plantation, this thing like that. Yeah. Different from Panama, Filipinos have this nature of exploring, of traveling. They are very, very adventurous. Yes, they are. And you find everywhere you are in the world there are Filipinos. As of Panama, we migrate little. I don't know why we are too attached to our countries.
Yeah, we just want to stay there.
Yeah, we just go for a year or two, whatever practice, but we have to go back. So there are, I could say you can find more Panamanian community outside of Panama, perhaps in Florida or New York.
Okay.
But it's about it. Panamanians really don't migrate that much.
What other sectors and industries are you looking at? Is it just shipping and maritime?
Panama is a country of services, but also we have a very highly sophisticated banking and financial platform and a service of that. And we have the second largest free zone in the world after Hong Kong. We have an area free zone in Panama. This also is good for the economy. And we are becoming more and more a hub, a logistics center, a hub for international trade, for communications, and in the area, because we are in the middle, really, of both continents. We are also a country of transit. Every way back since the canal was built, we had a migration of a lot of people from different continents, from the Antilles, from Africa, from China, from Europe. They were brought to finish the canal. Americans stepped in, and then they finished the canal in 1914.
That's another thing you share with the Philippines, is the huge American influence.
The U.S. has also impacted us a lot, and we keep very good relations. Our major principal trade partner is the U.S., and this is #1 user of the canal, followed by China. 2 months ago, we already open our relationships, diplomatic relations with China. We are expecting a very promising future with China, and they are very interested with China because they always see Panama as a gateway for the region.
Yeah.
That's how most of the Asian countries, sometimes in Europe, see Panama, because more and more they are becoming a hub, just in flights and communications. So that's why China is looking for Panama.
For our main course, chef serves a dish that looks similar to Filipino arroz caldo, but is distinctly Panamanian.
This is Arroz Con Pollo. It's a one-pot dish of chicken and rice. Your side dish, as I learned today, Ambassador told me that potato salad goes with it. Patacones
that's one of my
and yuca al mojo.
Everybody has their own way to do it, but this is basically as it is. The color, the saffron makes the color.
It's savory.
Usually serve the rice and the potato salad. Potato with mayonnaise and a little bit of onion, olive.
And this one again was the yuca al mojo.
It's cassava. So that's what we try to pick some dishes that are the ingredients are easily found here in the Philippines.
Do we import a lot? Do you export a lot?
We do shrimp, we export sugarcane, bananas, we have fruits like watermelon. So we have basically the same kind of fruits that here are, and so there's not big because you put it.
We have our own.
You have your own. Also, the mangoes. The mangoes are something that you are very proud of here in the Philippines.
Of course. Do you have your own mango?
Yeah, all mangoes. Mangoes fall from the trees in Panama. You can find them anywhere, but I cannot eat here in the Philippines. They made very good use of the mangoes. Use it for everything.
You don't do that there?
No. That's something that we have to learn, really.
And what else is your, I guess, priority?
I really want to increase in the shipping. We go back to shipping. It's to try to enroll and to make memorandums of agreement for all the maritime colleges and universities as possible here in the Philippines. If we can get the graduate students who are about to finish their colleges there, we would like to register their data in the Panamanian consulate. It's easy for him to get a job or her to get a job because it's easy to be hired by the man because half of the procedure is already done. See, like a win-win solution.
There's not that many Panamanian investors coming here, are there?
Not that many, but there are. Every time it's an increasing will to do it. Just traditional, we always been investing on Panamanian are importing from China, from Korea. But Philippines, we also have products from Philippines as textile, everything in Panama.
Yeah.
They are seeing that they are very good in the Philippines, and they are focusing on that. Also, what got my attention that there are some. You are very good here in making furniture. Perhaps one idea that may serve for the Philippines that we tried to adopt many years ago in Panama. We call vitrina artesanal. We put a whole furniture made of glass in an embassy, in each embassy, and to try to promote and put samples of our Panamanian handcraft. So all the embassies become part of showcasing our Panamanian products in there for any visitors or whatever they have. That might be a good idea for the Philippines, I see, because you are very talented in that. So we also have made some visits to the Undersecretary of Tourism in terms of how can we build a shortest route to go to Panama by airplane. We're trying to see if they are planning to do something with Mexico. Say, well, we can tie in with that one. So because from Mexico to Panama is only for Cancun 2 hours. So we're trying to see if they move forward with that initiative. We will go back. We will also push to see if we can add on that route.
What do you think of the food?
Really, for me, that's what I have a light breakfast. It's like in heaven. I'm just music for my ears now.
Good.
The food, because I'm trying Panamanian dishes and more. What I enjoy the most is made by the Filipino chef. So this what a better combination like that.
Yeah.
Not better.
You can't, like I said, it's the example of cultural exchange.
Yeah.
Did you have any other talking points you wanted to mention that we haven't talked about?
I can also mention that in order to improve our services to the seafarers in the Philippines, Panama also have what is called here in Manila, the regional office for seafarers in Asia. Also, we have to mention, that is for the Filipino viewers, especially the ones who are in the shipping industry, we have already, since last year, we are already automated. Everything now is going to be doing online. So it make it easier.
So you don't have to go to the embassy anymore?
No, you have to go just to pay some things, but all the process you just paperless. You just can bring what they call a digital key or token. You supply them, and you upload all the documents. And the latest was launched in November. We open what's called a Segumar office, which is a safety security office. All the technical certificates that are needed for a vessel and can be also processed here in Manila. Also, you can do ship registry, ship mortgages, everything. There is no longer need to go to Tokyo or to Singapore or whatever, Korea. You just can do it in Manila.
For dessert, another rice-based dish, this time with a sweet twist.
Arroz con leche. Glutinous rice, which we cooked in condensed milk, cream, and then we added a little bit of cinnamon. And just for garnish and to top it, we added a slice of orange.
I chose this one because it's like a rice pudding that you have here. You make something similar here. You can taste the cinnamon.
Yes.
With the condensed milk. It's a good mixture.
I did have one more question, actually. That the other thing that we heard that made Panama really famous was the Panama Papers. Remember that?
Yeah,
with the Panama-based law firm that was implicated with all these offshore accounts. What's going on with that now? Is that impacted the country at all?
The most curious thing about this publication that even though it has the Panama Papers name, there was no single Panamanian bank involved in that investigation.
It just happened that the law firm was based in Panama.
It's Mossack & Fonseca, and this offshore practice of incorporating companies and opening offshore bank account is a practice that's been done by UK, France, all these US, Virgin Islands, all these kind of jurisdictions. Happens that the law firm was in Panama, and they just put the name Panama Papers.
Yeah.
And but yes, it had a mediatic impact, but we had just turned away. We are a country that have this part of our services, the platform services, is that we do very. We have a very sophisticated financial system, and it has been proven for many years, and it's part of the business in Panama. I think that every country is allowed and sovereign to choose their own taxing system. If this is perhaps could be a wake-up call for this country that perhaps tax too much, it's perhaps a wake-up call to review their policy of taxes. We've been in all news around the world and everything.
Yeah, because everyone maybe didn't know anything about Panama.
Some people don't know Panama. Now they know Panama, Panama Papers or Panama Canal. Roberto Duran is a fighter, a boxer.
Oh, really?
It's well known here in the Philippines as Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is very well known in Panama, very admired. Also, we have a boxer called Roberto Duran. It's like a Panamanian icon. You said Panama, Panama Canal, and Roberto Duran.
I'm so glad you were able to share all of these exciting developments between the two countries, and looking forward to many more years.
Muchas gracias. Hasta luego o nos vemos después.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.